Jom Chit Chat. Okay, today we are very lucky to have a special guest. Tu dia, siapa ni?
Hi.
Raja, Ilya, and Trent Garrett in the house from Western Australia. Hi.
How you going?
Okay, how are you guys?
Great.
Doing very good during this MCO.
So how are you guys coping with the restriction order in Western Australia?
Very painful.
Very painful? Okay, so what are the activities that you're doing at home? The activities that you're doing at home?
Things we're doing at home. Well, what are we doing? We're doing
cooking,
cleaning,
cleaning,
organising, gardening, a bit of gardening. Cooking's been a big one, obviously in the evening. So making cakes and trying new recipes. Some have been a disaster.
Is that you or Raja Ilya who's cooking, baking the cakes? Oh, wow!
Both of us. He did try once baking. It was good. It was good.
It was okay. It sort of fell apart a bit, but we're learning. You know?
Yeah.
Right. So those are part of your activities. What else? I saw that Raja is doing all this Bollywood thing.
That was in the TikTok. Yeah.
On the TikTok,
so
right?
Definitely, it's like social media become my best friend during this MCO, where I think I spent most of my days doing videos.
So Trent is joining her as well, doing all this Bollywood stuff.
Oh look, I just watch. Yeah, some of them I get involved, but I think she's more the creative one with all the social media things. So just watch.
Yeah.
But some of them are funny.
Yeah.
Some of them are really
I
funny.
saw all the videos.
Okay.
Yes. I've done my research. I've done my homework.
Okay. So the reason why we just, lately what I did is like I wanted to do some videos for some other product, and then I just come up with this idea because I just saw this Kim Kardashian video in TikTok. Then I thought, like, you know what? I'm just gonna do some makeup like her, with like thick shadow, all this like you can see all the lines and all that. So I did a video. It looked pretty good on video. So when he came back from work, he was like, "What's wrong with your face?"
I couldn't work it out. I was staring at her face, going, "What's wrong with your face?"
So maybe you can do a bit of your TikTok thing.
Oh, my TikTok thing. I can't remember what I did. I did some TikTok is mainly like you dubbing, you imitate on top of a voice.
Yeah.
So I cannot recall anything right now.
Do it without vocals. Anyway, you guys were married 2018 in Perth, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So then you had a reception in 2019 in Malaysia.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So I have some photos here if I can share.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right. Okay. There you go.
There you go.
I that's one of my favorite.
You're well prepared.
Yes. Beautiful. Okay. Whose idea was that theme?
Well, basically, we had this. We just wanted to do a simple reception because because we're doing on weekdays. It's not on weekends, so not many can attend. And most of my relatives, they're from Perak, from Ipoh, and a lot of them gonna come from my friend's side, which is from KL. So we just want to have a very intimate and very small scale. But end up, we met this wedding organizer, wedding planner. Is it Fab
something, yeah.
I forgot. All right, it's Chris anyway, that guy name. So he came up with this idea. He said, "You know what, Ilya? This is like once. This is gonna be just once in your life, all right? So why don't you just do a good one?" So he's starting to put all these ideas together. Then I have a very good friend of mine. He's a designer, Rafi Nase. He's from Singapore. So he jumped on board and then he tried to contribute some ideas, and it's end up massive.
I know. That's awesome. Okay. Look at that dress. Do you still have it? Maybe I can borrow. Do you think we have the same size?
That's definitely one of my favorite dress. Yeah.
I know.
Hard to walk in, though, isn't it?
It was yeah, it's a little bit hard because it's quite big. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
nice.
saw the video where you were walking towards Trent. That was amazing. That was the way you walked towards. That was.
Yeah.
So how
we
did you
just
feel at that time? How did you feel at that time when you were walking towards Trent? You know, in that beautiful gown. You know.
Well, because I have done that walking part in December,
Oh.
which is more intimate, is more emotional. This is more like reception. So it's more my concern because we have practiced that walk like few times before. So my concern more on making sure that I'm not gonna bang into any flower at the side.
It did get caught when she was walking down.
Yeah.
It did get caught, yeah.
Because that walkaway was like very narrow, and then my dress skirt especially is very wide and big, and I'm like sample everything on my left and right.
Yeah.
So my concern is to make sure I'm not gonna say it again.
How high was your heels?
I don't dare to wear more than, I think I just wore 3 inch. I couldn't wear more than that because that dress is quite heavy for me. So I just decided to wear some big platform, 3 inch, and that's it. I don't want to fall in front of everyone. It'll be embarrassing.
Okay, so that was the first wedding was in Perth.
Yeah.
The second was in Malaysia. Did you have another one somewhere?
No. In our dreams.
We want to. We're having so much fun. We thought, why don't we? Actually, there was going to be another one planned back here because, yeah, we want to have a really big one. But no, we've canned it.
We had enough.
Enough's enough.
Okay,
we get married every 3 months.
It's expensive.
If you don't mind
too.
asking a question, what do you call each other?
Like our little names.
Confession time.
I call him Ning Nong.
Ning Nong. Okay. That
I
has
call her
an
Egg.
explanation.
Egg.
Where does that come from?
No, just kidding.
We've got a few little names. Egg, we call each other Egg or Ning Nong or Baby, Sweetheart. You know, you've got all these common names.
Yeah, I did ask him to use all this Malaysian thing, like like abang, sayang, and all that.
Oh,
but
you should.
when he say that, it sounds funny. Then I say, you know what, forget it.
Yeah. So I've got a few little names.
Yeah.
Nothing really different, I suppose, is it?
Yeah, just a common one. Yeah.
And Ning Nong's pretty different.
I don't know where that came from, but anyway, I like it.
It's probably from him. I don't know where it's come from. One day he just called me, you are Ning Nong. And I'm like, what's Ning Nong?
Speaking of that, like, I mean, what are the Malay language or words that you have learned so far? Must be right now.
There's been a few. Gila.
Gila, of all the words, Gila.
Gila. Because one of her friends just says Gila, Gila all the time. I'm like, what is this word?
Gila. All right. Yeah.
I like it. Summer.
What was that?
Summer.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Saya Trent.
Wow.
And what's the other one?
Wow.
Because I was in a film. Ilya put me in one of her films, and I had to learn a little bit of Malay in the film. So I was practicing some of the words there. So that's how I got familiar with some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to say what is your favorite dish in Malay?
Beef rendang.
Whoa. Okay.
Rendang. I'll say rendang.
Almost there.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
So for Ramadan, so how do you celebrate Ramadan? I mean, what do you have for breaking of fast? Do you cook, or you just do takeaway, or you cook together?
We cook most of the time.
Yeah.
One, because it's healthier and obviously it's cheaper as well. But mainly because it's healthier, we know what's going into it, and it's fun. You get creative.
Yeah.
We've taken a real enjoyment for cooking. So Ilya's a very good cook. So we both.
Thank you. Yeah, he's a good cook too.
Who cooks better?
Ilya. For sure. So that's what we do. Yeah, but she's got a bit of a celebration organised for Raya, so she's getting everything prepared. So, yeah.
So you'll be celebrating Eid in Perth, or you going back to Malaysia?
Well, I have no choice. I have to celebrate here.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be first time ever without any Malaysian, without any family from my side. And we decided to celebrate and invite our close friends, close family. But since we can't have more than 10 people, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think next week it's 20 or something.
Yeah, probably we could have like 20 people at once. So we decided to invite around 30 people. It's not really an open house because I have to do all the cooking.
Yeah.
It's like a partially open house. So
10 in the morning, 10 at lunch, 10 at...
yeah, so we divide our guests like in the morning 10, and then we have 10 in the afternoon, and then we have another 10 in the evening. So that's enough. Yeah.
But she's very excited about cooking some traditional
I know, because
dishes.
most of like our friends here and my in-laws, they never try anything that very classical, especially when it comes to dishes, Malaysian dish, raya especially. All this lemang, ketupat, those kind of things. They never tried. So I want to introduce all this very traditional food for them during this raya. So I'm cooking like ketupat, rendang ayam, rendang daging, and then beef rendang, chicken rendang, sticky rice, bamboo sticky rice, which
Wow. Can I book my flight ticket now to Perth?
Yeah, I'm trying, and also doing chendol for very first time.
Wow.
Yeah, making my
You're
own
such a
chendol.
lucky man, Trent.
She looks after me, that's for sure.
Yeah, you can see from his face, he's putting on weight.
That's good, isn't it?
It's good.
Yeah, so that's the plan.
But we actually miss Malaysia. We would have been we would have flown back by now, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, we miss our friends and some of our family members. But yeah, the restrictions. So I don't know. We're not sure when that's going to be released, but we definitely miss Malaysia. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So do you have any plans to go back and live in Malaysia for a couple of months, or for a while?
I mean, like coming in.
Do you have any plans to live in Malaysia for a couple months, or
Well, after this, I definitely have to spend at least minimum 2 months in KL. Yeah, so I'm just waiting until the government announce what's going to happen to the flight, the border, because as for now, Trent couldn't fly back to Malaysia because he's still a foreigner. And as for myself, I won't be able to come back to Australia because I'm still a foreigner. So we have that issue happening around. So we hope that the government going to release the border both sides so that we can freely fly back and then come back anytime we want. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the one thing that you miss about Ramadan back in Malaysia? Like, what is that thing that I wish I had, like a bazaar or something that you miss about Malaysia celebrating
Well,
Ramadan?
I would definitely say the first is bazaar, Ramadan bazaar. Yeah, I used to in the first week of Ramadan, I miss all these dishes, all these desserts.
Yeah,
Malaysian desserts in Ramadan, all the kuih and all that. And my favorite is the tepung pelita.
Oh, tepung
So
pelita.
those kind of thing, which is always it was a bit sad in the beginning. I couldn't go back, and my mom definitely alone because she's away from my sister. Because my sister like in Perak and we living in KL, and none of them can visit my mom, and she's like all alone. And then all that things is very impactful for me in the first week. So the first thing definitely that crossed my mind is the food. I wish I can have the tepung pelita. It's like the bazaar, definitely. The environment, the people during Ramadan, especially just like 5 minutes before you woke up puasa, the environment is such a lovely. It's a different environment compared to here.
Absolutely. So I heard, some rumors about Trent doing some acting. You guys went to an audition in ABC, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know about that? Post it somewhere?
I did my research.
Oh, okay.
So I heard about that. So Trent, you're becoming a film star now, yeah?
No, not quite, but definitely. I had a few jobs, which has been, it's been a great journey. I've really enjoyed it. So definitely not enough to quit my day job yet, but a good experience nevertheless. You know, like I think there's been a few films in Malaysia, and then I had a little appearance in a proper series in ABC in Perth. So because we're with a film agency now, but obviously it started with me supporting Ilya, so, which I still do. But then other doors opened up that I could sort of get involved as well, and it's been great. So yeah.
Yeah.
Great, that's great.
Mm.
So maybe you can share with us the first time you met, your love story. I think everybody wants to know a bit of that, you know.
Love story. Well, I'll give you
He enjoys sharing
the
that.
short version is it's a pretty amazing story, but the short version is that I was flying. I was in Malaysia and I was on a friend's 30th birthday. So I said I'll meet you guys in Thailand. So I got onto AirAsia and I saw this girl and she caught my eye and I was like, wow, she's quite attractive. So yeah, so I sat down and look, there was all this chemistry going on. I did drop my passport at the time. It just fell out of my pocket. So she handed it to me and said, oh, is that yours? And I was like, oh, yeah, I had a bit of a moment there as well.
Drop it, yes? You purposely drop it?
No, it fell out.
So she can pick it up. Oh,
yeah. I know, there's all this speculation, but no, definitely fell out of my back pocket. So she just happens, I think that's yours. So that, you know, I was like, oh, wow, she's beautiful. So anyway, yeah, we kept connecting and she was walking up and down. I always laugh because she walked up and down the plane like it was some modeling catwalk. She's like, you know, and yeah, she could feel I was looking at her and I was, both looking at each other and, but no words were ever spoken, just a chemistry connection there. So then what happened, the plane landed and I didn't see her again. So I wrote on my boarding pass, just contact me, Trent Garrett. I just call me, contact me, and I put my details there. Put it on the armchair of the plane. I just put it on the seat, and I walked off. And what Ilya did, she was going down and cleaning her section of the plane, and as she went down seat by seat, she saw this little note there, and she picked it up, and she said, "Oh, maybe that's for me." So I got to give it to her, though. It's such a brave act because I said, have you ever done that before? She goes, I've never done it. It took me 2 days to consider if I should even go ahead with this, but I thought, why not take a risk? And so 2 days later, I got this message. Hi there. Did you leave your boarding pass on the plane? My name's Ilya. And I thought, oh, my God. It's just such a miracle. And we started this friendship from there. But look, it wasn't flowing because different lifestyle, different country. It was just too difficult. So we actually built a friendship for a good part of 6 years.
Wow.
And yeah, and
we communicated with each other for 6 years. Wow.
Yeah, talking but it did the last 2 years of that 6 years, it sort of did die down a bit. We hardly talked. It was sort of fading out, but we reconnected in 2018, and I don't know, like, you know how some people say the timing of something, it's all about timing with things sometimes, and the timing, I don't know, it just lined and it just took off, and and here we are. So it's been amazing.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me any marriage tips?
Marriage tips. Oh gosh.
Are we ready? Too early, probably.
There's some very key ones that we've learned. There is no perfect marriage, but you can have a good marriage, and that is by communicating. That is our biggest one. We've we've had our challenges. We've had disagreements. We've had Instagram looks like we're the perfect couple, you know. And we are a very strong couple, but we've had our issues, you know. We disagree and we don't talk for an hour or something, you know. Like, but one thing we've become stronger is communicating really well. not being afraid to say, "Oh, you seem down. What's wrong?" And so we share it. "Oh, I felt like this," and then and then you talk about it, and then you resolve it. And we just found getting to the point, resolving it, and just moving on was such a powerful thing for us. And trying to resolve it within the same day, just before you go to sleep, before the end of the day, just get over it, because there's no point this thing going on for hours and days. It's just no good. No one likes to feel, contracted. We want to feel peace. So we just try to resolve quickly and just keep some key things like respect, honor, love. I think for us, peace and love is the center of what we try to maintain. Like, how do we get back to that love again? How do we get back to that peace again? If there's some sort of conflict. So yeah, it's been a journey, and we're pretty strong now. So but it's never going to be perfect, because you just disagree with things. It's just life. But I think we've learned that conflict is not bad either. Like, it's okay to have a bit of a disagreement.
I'm almost in tears listening to this. Really, I totally agree. Yeah, that's just
Yeah, like, first of all, we think conflict, oh, this is terrible, but it's actually not. The conflict, you start to understand each other a bit more, and sometimes you just have a bad day, and like, even recently, something happened, and I think it's good to communicate. Look, I'm not in a good mood. I'm just not feeling good, but it's got nothing to do with you. So just let me just be sooky.
Yeah, sometimes we just need our space. It's just like it's nothing to do with the other person. It's just something. Yeah. Trent, you should be a marriage counselor.
There you go.
Trial and error.
All right, I think we have a few comments here.
Okay.
All right. Okay, wait a while. Okay, probably this is not the
Coaching.
Very lovely couple from Haja Nga Hafiza. All right.
Thank you, Pan Haja.
Very, very kind.
Right. Sorry. Okay, let's see.
Hi, Nuha.
Hi, Nuha. There's so many. I have to pick one. Okay. Maybe anyone want to answer that question?
Going to extend her acting career in Australia, or still going back to Malaysia for occasional acting role? Both, actually. What happened is, like, isn't it last year in Wapa? Yeah. We have this film association in Malaysia called FINAS. So what happened is, last year they gave me a grant to further study. So since I'm here, so I decided to do some acting course in WAPA, Western Australia Performing Arts School. So we spent 10 weeks, isn't it? Yeah, we spent together. So we decided, Trent was bored because I have to spend like the whole Saturday from morning to evening, because I got 2 different classes. And then Trent was like, you know what? I'm not going to spend the whole Saturday by myself. I'd rather join you. So he took, paid and joined me in the acting class. So he got a little bit of this basic in acting, because for me, it's more like getting into a different pace of my life, a career, especially. I want to know how these Western people do acting, because if you compare to Malaysia or Asia, we have such a opposite way of method of acting, in some Malaysian, because I do Tamil, Indian, and also Malay. So in these two are completely different. In Tamil movie, you have to give all this like big reaction for any dialogue.
Yeah.
Very dramatic. And Malay is kind of similar, but not too much. So it's completely different when it's come to Westfold, because you literally don't have to act. You just have to.
Yeah, you just
have to be it and say it. You don't have to really put any expression in your face. So those are the things which is I really want to nail it. So this 10-week course really helped me out. So what happened from there, we decided to join an agency. It's a casting agency based in WA, Film Bites. So we register ourselves, we join the team. And over here, what happened is, like, if any casting coming up, so they want to give us a call. So I did walk into, is it 3 casting?
Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, two. Yeah, I walk into 2 different casting. For one is for ABC channel, and the other one I'm not sure what, but it's for TV series, Australian TV series.
But she's not. It's funny because Ilya's not used to going into auditions. She's just used to getting a call going, "Can you do the job on this date?" So now she's got to like really prepare, and there's competition, and
This is it's very stressful for me because as what Trent was saying, I mean to be honest, I probably walked into a casting in Malaysia probably once or twice throughout my career. Was like for 13 years. So I hardly walk into a casting to audition. So it's something very new, very challenging because they judge you. That's the moment where these people will judge you. They look at you head to toe, in and out. How do you carry the character? It's completely different than putting you in a real field acting. So it was very stressful, very disturbing.
I said to her, I said, look, you've gone to the bottom of the next level. You've gone up a level, but you've got to start at the bottom again.
Yeah. So is audition like in LA? There's an audition. I mean, like in Westworld, you have to go through an audition for whatever particular character they want you to be. But in Malaysia, you just receive a call. They know that you can do it, this kind of thing, and then you just work out with the dates and yeah. So I'm definitely hoping to do something over here. And at the moment, surely I'm flying back very often just to finish my acting role. Because what I do is like every end of the year, I will plan for the whole year. Normally what I do, I'll just take like one film, probably 1 or 2 drama, TV series, and that's it. Because I probably might gonna spend like 4 to 5 months for that 3 project. So that's what happened this year. So what happened is like just right before COVID-19, I was in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan, I was doing this one TV series for Malaysian channel. So halfway, we're supposed to come back to Malaysia and continue and finish it. And then we got this issue, COVID-19. So I have to fly back and everything postponed. So we're just waiting for them to release the border. So I have to fly again and then finish the whole job. Yeah, that's my story.
Are you taking new jobs after this or just enough for now?
When I go back, I have like 2 TV series and 1 film to finish. So that might gonna take some time to finish it. This thing's supposed to be done on March, May, and June. Yeah, it's supposed to be on February, March, and then we got break during Ramadan until Raya. Then we continue after Raya. That was the plan originally, but now everything is upside down. So I have to go and finish everything lump sum at once. Yeah.
Maybe you can do one film with Trent.
We did one TV love story. We did one for Malaysian RTM channel. It's like a telemovie.
Oh really?
I put him as one of the cast, so we do have scene together in that one.
Oh, did he have to speak Malay?
He's speaking. Well, this Malaysian. I mean, this is probably like a lot of people doing it. It's like a method of acting where this foreigner will speak in English and this opponent actor assuming that they understand Malay, so you have to reply in Malay. So we do that. So he speak in Malay, so the other actor will speak Malay with him. In English, so he will speak in Malay. So assuming that he understands Malay. So we use that method.
My favorite moment was the first time when I was on set with her. We only just been married like a month or something. And the director, I was watching her, and the director said, "Look, do you want to be in one of the scenes?" And I said, "Oh, okay, I'll give it a go." He goes, "Look, what I need you to do is I need you to be a drug dealer, and you're going to kidnap your wife." And I'm like, "This sounds fantastic." So I was so much fun. Like, I really enjoy working on set with her. It's just, I mean, yeah, as a married couple, it's a wonderful experience. And to kidnap her and all that was just a real buzz. It was really good.
Yeah, he's enjoying it.
What is it? Okay. So anything you want to share before we end this session? Anything you want to say to your fans, or maybe Trent? Anything you want to share?
Malaysians.
Well,
maybe your fans in Malaysia now. You're a superstar.
you're fans.
Now you probably want to say something to Malaysia. I'll continue. Yeah.
Oh. Well, look, for whoever's watching, I think it's very unusual times we're living in, and just make the most of it. Keep your spirits high. If you can visit friends or visit family, do what you can. But I think the virus, there's so much conspiracy regarding the virus and all that, but it's still spreading, I think, in Malaysia, which we're disappointed to hear about. But we're just hoping that things get better there, because we want to fly back. We miss Malaysia, and we're thinking of everyone. So yeah. Keep safe.
Mm-hmm. And I just heard a news in for a second, like 2 days ago. I haven't checked today, but the Prime Minister in Malaysia announced something like you are allowed to have up to 20 people during Raya Day, and then you only can travel in a state. You can travel interstate, something like that. So it's not my advice. It's just what I would like to say is maybe a lot of people are going to have a very different Raya this year. So many families in Kampong, they couldn't see their children, and many children, they wanted to go back. Because I do have a friend which is stranded, which is my neighbor. He's my neighbor. He's stranded in KL, whereby the family in Kedah. And he always go back to Raya that throughout his life. So this is going to be a very difficult moment for him and for a lot of people. So people might gonna try to look for some excuse or lie to the authority and try to cross the border and go. So I probably suggest, like, be honest to yourself. Don't do silly things. Don't try to create a drama, a scenario just for the sake you want to go back to Raya. Your parents understand the situation. And the whole world is, in this pandemic. It's not only Malaysians. So celebrate Raya differently, but video call is there. Do a video call to your parents. What else? Don't try to, even though government say you can bring in up to 20 people at once, but try not to gather too much of people at your home, because you still might gonna spread the virus. You don't know who carrying it. So better be safe, be wise, and what else? And some Hari Raya.
Thank you so much, guys. So when are you coming down to Melbourne? We can have coffee together. You have to try coffee.
Melbourne?
I've never been to Melbourne.
I love Melbourne. Yeah. Melbourne is the best city, in my opinion, in Australia. The weather is very cold, but the city is amazing. You got the culture and all that, yeah.
When was the last time you came to Melbourne?
One of my best friends lives there, but I haven't been there for probably a good 10 years now, something like that, yeah.
It's time to come and bring Ilya. Come over.
Surely, I'll join this side.
All right, I want to thank everybody who has tuned in today, and we'll see you next on Jom Chit. I'm ARIIFIN. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye, guys. I'm Ilya.
Bye.
Bye.